Have you ever wanted to know the fastest into Radiant player or the longest match in Valorant history? Today we're covering the most try-hard, wacky and funny speedruns you definitely didn't know. People smurf in low elo, but imagine smurfing in high elo. This guy actually dropped 59 kills on Reyna in a whole Radiant lobby, which is the highest amount of kills ever recorded in a whole Radiant game.
Oh my god.
How long can one Valorant game be? Well, this guy actually put it to the test in his own private server. Him and his friend kept killing each other to see how long the game would be, and they actually got to round 200. This took around 32,032 seconds, which is around 533 minutes or just 9 hours. Calculating the fastest ace can be quite hard, but if we're going to go from the moment that the barrier drops, this Reddit user did it the fastest.
Not fun at all. None of that.
It took him a whopping 3 seconds to get the world record, and honestly, I don't know how this is ever getting beaten. Did you know people even speedrun the practice range of parkour? Yes, and this guy did it in 44 seconds. I think that one deserves a round of applause in itself, because to do this in the first place seems pretty wild. This next guy got 156 assists in just one game? Well, it was pretty easy actually. All he had to do was pick Skye, heal his teammates at the start of every round, and then he'll find that he gets an assist whenever they got a kill. So he did this over and over every single round, and the game actually ended in a draw. Could he got more kills? Well, that's up to you, I guess. You know in the practice range, that random bot just standing there willing to take damage to see how much damage you really do? Well, someone tested it and actually got to the max number of hits on the bot. They did over 10 million damage to the bot, and eventually it capped off. How does anyone even have the patience to do that? You know, one of the most competitive speedruns isn't even in the competitive game mode. The tutorial is actually being speedrun till this day, and the speedrun for the planting the spike tutorial is 14 seconds. People also speedrun the defuse tutorial, and this guy did it in a whopping 14.5 seconds, so props to him for that. This pro player by the name of Heat has the highest headshot percentage among all tournaments he's played in. A crazy 38% headshot percentage in pro tournaments is better than most pros can even get in ranked. I mean, just look at this crazy ace he got playing against Zeta.
In the tank, what can they bring us here? Already Heat's going to spot out most of the play and also just takes off. Oh, McKeever's had the follow-up as well. They're saying pretty. Doesn't even need to zoom in. Doesn't need.
No way,
Heat, get out of here.
This YouTuber right here did the fastest unrated game known to man. It only took him 2 minutes and 41 seconds, but this is no way ever getting beaten. They all picked characters that do self-inflicting damage and then killed themselves at the start of every single round. And in unrated, you can surrender early, so they surrendered at 4 rounds in the game. And funny enough, every player in the game got flagged for being AFK. This Guinness World Record holder went from Iron to Radiant in just one stream. Not only that, but he only had 74 hours from the previous world record to complete it and absolutely smashed the score. Did this all underneath one subathon timer with only 9 minutes to spare. He now played 92 games, he completed all of them in around 40 minutes, which gives him around 61 hours for a world record. This player dropped 162 kills in just one game of Valorant. However, it was in low elo and all of his teammates were knifing. However, it's still impressive, but what I found funny is that he actually managed to put a sponsor halfway through the video. Imagine having so much content just from one game that you can put a sponsor halfway through. I might have to start doing the same. This player right here is the first ever player to hit level 1000 in Valorant history. Against all odds, this guy will peek every corner, he will dash and shoot every luck shot in his life, and he'll manage to win the round for you. And if you check his career profile, he's not got 1 but 2 Radiant level 5 borders. And I'm still here stuck in silver. This player is killing the ranked game with over nearly 10 games won in a row in Radiant, but he's only 13 years old, and that is the most impressive thing, which makes him the youngest player to ever hit Radiant. But not only that, he also got rank 1 in the entire game, and this makes him the youngest player ever to hit rank 1 in any region.
Top one in the world.
This Skye player was the first ever player to hit 40-0 in one deathmatch, and he did it in only 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I couldn't imagine the amount of pressure he was under, considering he wasn't even playing for a world record. And as the opportunity arose, he took the #1 spot for a deathmatch player. This race is so good, he managed to break a world record without even knowing. Him and his Jet were on the A site on Icebox when they retook the site at only 5 seconds.
Easy, guys.
Why you so good?
In the 2021 Valorant Champions Tournament, Ascend would play Gambit Gaming in the finals to try and win up to $350,000. This is the highest prize pool of any Valorant tournament of the time, with Kyles getting the final kill for Gambit Gaming to win the entire tournament.
It's done! Ascend! The first of their kind!
Truth must be known that there's a world record for everything, even the longest kill feed icon. They use the most amount of capital letters in their name, which have the longest length, which were W's. On top of this, they would have to get a headshot wallbang using an Odin or an operator to get the maximum length possible. To be honest, I don't know if this is really worth a world record. Brimstone holds the world record for being the first ever player to get 5 kills with just one press of a key. All he had to do was basically ult, and all of them just walked into it. The clip is so iconic in itself that all the beta versions of the characters are seen in their icons. And to create such an iconic clip in such an early time in the game is just incredible for this player to experience. Wait, you guys still want more world records? Alright, don't worry, I got you.
Oh, you thought the video was done? Oh, let me show you a real edit.
Wait. Oh my goodness, oh my god. Oh boy.